Hey everyone, how are you? This is the review for assessment number 1, Algebra 2. Let's go through this assessment, be sure you understand everything I talk over here, and with this video you have an extra resource to study for the assessment, okay? Let's go here slowly. First question we have here is, read carefully, attention here, be aware of your time, answer all questions, just like instructions for the assessment, but the first question for you is graph the following linear functions, and it's 2 point each one. Simple, we worked that many times. We use blue here. Where's the y-intercept? Number 1. You go here, number 1, make a dot, and the slope rise and run. Rise 2, run 5. Then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. Great. And for graphing, we just go through that point. Number 2, this is like in standard form, is more easier, like if you understand here, like let's pretend y is 0, then 4 times 0, no number. Which number times 12 is 12? Then x equals 1. Then we go here, the first y-intercept. Now, let's pretend x is 0. If x is 0, which number times 4 is 12? The number is 3. Then graphing over here, just go through that point. So far, okay? Let's go number 2. The diagram below shows a straight line L1 which passed through A 0 and -2, B 8 and 0. Write down the coordinates of the midpoint of a line AB. It's several ways to solve this guy here. We discussed some options. I will go through just like midpoint, add those 2 points in x and divide by 2. Then A, let's solve A here. What is the solution? Well, in x, we have 0. Oh, sorry, here, 8 and 0. Then 0 plus 8 divided by 2, comma, let me make this parenthesis a little bit bigger to cover everybody. And the second one is -2 plus 0 divided by 2, which will bring to me the coordinate as 4 and -1. That's the first. Let's go B. B, it is another line L2 intersects the y-axis at C, 0 and 3 and is parallel to line 1. Find the gradient of line 2. If they are parallel, it means the gradient is the same, like the slope is the same for parallel lines. Let's find the slope for this guy here. What is the rise A to this guy here? And if we check, is rise 2 and run 8. Rise 2, run 8. As we notice here, this distance here, -2 to 0, 2, and here 2 here is 18x. Everybody okay here? 2/8, simplify this fraction, 1/4. You can use also slope formula. We work the same thing. Great. Slope formula, y, difference between the y's, divided by the difference between the x. Okay, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. I will find the same 1/4. And C is telling us to find the equation of line 2. To find the equation for line number 2, we just need to write the slope. We figured out a few minutes ago, 1/4 x plus, what is the y-intercept? Oh, the y-intercept for the second equation here, as you see, is 3. The y-intercept here. Then 1/4 x plus 3. That's the equation. Great. Don't forget to plug in here, write their answers for -1. The slope here is 1/4. And the last one, y equals 1/4 x plus 3. Great. Question 2, done. Question 3. A small town is planning the construction of new road. The new road will pass through the point A05 and will be perpendicular to the road connecting the points B30 and C66. This information is shown in the following diagram. Find the gradient of the line through points B and C. Again, as I said to you, we can use the slope formula. To make it more easier, let's label each point. I know this guy here, A is 0,5. B, we know is 30. C, 66. Who is D? We don't know. We don't know yet. Let's figure out. But the only thing I can tell about D is an X number, comma 0, because it's on the X line. If it lies on X line, the X-axis, sorry, Y equals 0. Then let's solve here. Find the gradient. Let's use slope formula, which is N equals the difference between the Y's, which is 6 minus 0. Great. Between the 6 minus 0, divided by the difference between the X, which is 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. Then the first question here, the slope is 2. Number 2 is, hence state the gradient of the line through points A, D. Well, we have one important information which is given to us. What is the information? We know AD is perpendicular. Remember the information over there? We have the information and we're perpendicular to the road connecting. Then if it's perpendicular, guys, is the opposite reciprocal. 2 divided by 1 becomes 1 divided by 2. And don't forget, we need to switch this one, negative opposite. Then the second one, negative 1/2. Third one is find the equation of the line through AD. Well, we have some important informations, as we have the slope, y equals negative 1/2 x. Let's see now, where is the y-intercept? Well, we have the A, which is 0,5, then y-intercept is 5. Then plus 5. And D, we have, they're asking to find what is the coordinates for D. We have just one information. We know it lies on x-axis, which it means y equals 0. Then we just plug in here. 0 equals negative 1/2 x plus 5. Minus 5, we subtract, okay? Subtract that guy, negative 5. And is dividing negative 2, then multiplying negative 2. Then negative 5 times negative 2, it's positive 10. X equals 10. Or if I were to write the equation here, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5. And here is x equals 10. Great. Question 3, done. Question 4. The senior classes at High School A and High School B planned separate trips to New York City. The senior class at High School A rented and filled 1 van and 6 buses with 372 students. Guys, attention here for this information because the math is here. Okay? 1 van. Let's call this as V. A. 1 van plus 6 buses, 6B, with 372 stanzas equals 372. Next one is High School B, rented a villa bus, 4 vans and 12 buses. Oh, sorry guys. 4V plus 12B equals 780. We have our system of equations. We can just plug in the calculator, which we know already. The matrix is the question B. Write down, so write the matrix. What is the matrix here? 1, 1, 6, 3, 7, 2, and B 4, 12, and 780. Matrix is done. Using the information we already know, plug in the calculator, second function, matrix, slide to the right, go to option math in math, go to option B, RREF, enter, alpha, zoom, choose the information, which is 2 rows and 3 columns, enter, okay, enter, and you go back here and just plug in the data. Do not use enter button here. You have to use the arrows, okay? Plug it, like press 1, arrow, 6, arrow, 372, arrow, okay? Don't use enter. After you plug in everything, double check, enter, and you got the answer, which is C and D for us, which is the total of vans is 18 and the buses 59. Great. Just plug in here, 1V plus 6B equals 372, 4V plus 12B equals 780. It's miserable, just 8 here, but it's okay, 780. C 18, E equals 18, B equals 59. Question 4, done. Let's go question 5. A linear function has point A, -9 and 18, and B, 4, 11. Find the distance of AB. Guys, here we have to use one of the equations will be there in the assessment, also the distance formula, which is square root of what? Parentheses 4 minus parentheses again -9, and we close the parentheses to the second power, plus 11 minus 18, oops, parentheses, second power. Let's go through here. Solving this guy here, the distance will be square root of 169 plus 49. Adding up those two numbers here, you will get 40, no 30, and 19, 219. Then just do the square root of 219. No, 218, 218. 218. 14.16.76. And B is point C if B is the midpoint of AC. Well, B here is way more simpler if you just do this thing. How far is -9 to 4? 13. 4 plus 13, 17. Because the same distance, okay? How far is 18 to 11? Always subtract 7. 11 minus 7, it is 4. And that's it. We finish our assessment. Great. If you have any question, anything, let me know. Great. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.